1,000 miles in 3 days, and we're beat. It's taken a toll on us. I think our enthusiasm went from super high on day one.
We shot right out of the starting line,
Day
and now
two,
we're like limping
yes.
over the finish line.
I'm a rolling stone, bound to roam. Come the morning, or I'll be gone.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to the video. My name is Aaron, and this is my beautiful wife, Christine. And we just want to thank you for watching this week's episode. Last week, we talked about toning it down a little bit, taking the pace a little bit slower, enjoying life a little bit more. And then somehow we found ourselves racing across 3 states, Minnesota, North Dakota, and Montana, all in 3 days. It's tough. It's tough to slow down.
Yeah, it is. We had our eyes like on the prize of getting there. You know, there wasn't a ton along our route in North Dakota. There's a lot of silos. So that was pretty...
Yeah, we took Route 2, that very northern highway, and we thought there would be maybe more up there, but there really wasn't. And like Chris said, we were looking towards Montana. We were trying to find a boondocking spot where we could relax for a few days, get some work caught up before we hit Glacier National Park.
Yeah.
And man, did the place we found, was that beautiful or what?
It was so beautiful. We loved it.
That was absolutely amazing. As soon as we got there and rolled up and saw the lake, and I guess even before the lake, it was these golden kind of wheat or hay fields. I'm not sure what it is out there.
Wheatgrass.
I think it's wheat. There's a lot of grain silos, so they're doing some type of grain manufacturing out there or processing. And it was just phenomenal. It was right up to the lake we could pull up to, and they had like campsites already kind of pre-distinguished with picnic table and a little fire pit, and the sunrises would just pop up over those golden hills, and then the sunsets would go over the lake. Mm-hmm. So we are still trying to slow down our pace a little bit. We are now close to the West Coast. We are safe from the fires. We did get hit pretty heavy with the smoke, and we're kind of just sitting over here in a holding pattern, trying to see our next move and to try to be as safe as possible from all the fires and the craziness that's going on. So we feel for everybody out there that's dealing with that. So this week we pick back up in North Dakota, where we continue to show you guys how we route plan on the fly, this time with no road noise. And we go all the way across North Dakota and then almost all the way across Montana in 2 days. Good morning. What a beautiful day it is here in North Dakota, Grand Forks. That was the best sleep I've ever had on a first night stop in a parking lot. Those curtains changed my life.
They were certainly warm and cozy.
The
heat.
heat.
It was cold last night.
It was 45 degrees last night, and when we woke up, it was 68 in the van. And that's just not usually the case. It's usually much cooler than that.
They did great.
So we had the bedroom door closed. If you've seen that before, our closet is like a ceiling to floor door that closes all the way. And so we had all the curtains up and the door closed, and it was cozy in there. No drafts.
It's perfect.
That was great.
Perfect night's sleep at Cabela's.
Excellent, excellent. Chris is going to make some breakfast, and we'll get that rocking, and then we might have a big travel day.
I think we definitely have a long travel day.
So thank you, Cabela's. And now we are about to continue on our journey. So we have the whole state of North Dakota to get through before we get into Montana. And
we're gonna push it.
Yeah, I think so. So we're gonna again, I want to show you guys how we kind of plan and travel and how kind of loose this is real time. So I'm going to pop up the laptop again, and we're going to look at our options, and we're going to find where we're going to stay tonight.
Good. I look forward to listening.
All right, here we are in the co-pilot seat again, and we are going to pop up Campendium and put in North Dakota again. And here's the slider that, once again, you could click to free or put in the dollar amount that you are comfortable with spending for the night. And my dollar amount is right over here. Always show free. So then we look, Grand Forks is where we stayed last night. And these are the two spots that we pinned, the county fair and the city park. So those are a little too close, so we're going to continue past those because they're not far enough down the road. But if last night we didn't get into Cabela's, we would have continued and tried to get into one of these two spots. So we have 3 spots, you know, within whatever, half hour, 45 minutes from each other to try. So looking further down Route 2, there's the big town of Minot, North Dakota, which I'm surprised there's not a lot more in between this Pierce County, and then this next spot is over in Montana, Bruegger Centenial Park. So we're going to take a look at that. Right away we see Verizon and T-Mobile. That works for us. And a current review of June 2020. Safe, convenient area. Nice homes around the park. That's all good to know. August of 2019. These guys said there's bathrooms, a trash dumpster, a dump station. Wow, that sounds great. And it's a simple blacktop parking lot that is enough for 4 to 5 RVs. So right there gives you a good idea what it is. You can also check out Google Maps Earth and, you know, get a satellite picture of it if you want to see closer, but I'm not that concerned about it since it's just a quick overnight stop. So we are going to go ahead and hit the GPS coordinates and save this location. Places we've slept, and add the label of the name and free overnight. I like to also see how far it is from Culbertson, Montana, which is what we just saved, to Grand Forks, and that tells us it's over 6 hours, 379 miles. So that's not a ton of miles. You know, it's a long travel day, but like we were talking about in a van, for us, it's not that bad.
It's more about getting in daylight. Getting
in early, yeah. It's important to get in early for sure when you have those long travel days like that. But back to the map. So this is the place we just saved, and there's a few spots. That looks kind of far off the road, but maybe not too far. So that's a option, but that would put us really late trying to find a spot super far off the road. And this is starting to get 6, 7, 8 hours away, which we don't want to do. So the next thing I would do is check some of the other apps or websites that we use. And freecampsites.net is the other one. This is not a great website, but it seems to have different locations than Campendium, so I like to use it. So again, there's not a lot. The next town over, Williston, has a boat landing area, sloping paved lot, pit toilet, picnic tables, safe for a night, but very busy, traffic and planes. So, you know, that doesn't sound great, but there's 3 reviews. And what I noticed about this website is it's been around for a long time, and I think people don't use it as much anymore. So 2015, 2016, that's crazy. So really hard. Oh, here's the latest one, September of last year. Stayed here one night, arrived after dark, long day of driving, couple of trucks, boat trailers, parking lot is sloped, a lot of heavy trucks, stayed here in a 30-foot camper, would stay again. So this person gave it a 2-star out of 5-star, but got to sleep in a free parking lot, and it was fine. So I don't think that's a 2-star out of 5-star, but everybody's got their own personal preference. So just by reading that, you can tell a lot. I love reading reviews because it just lets you know. You can't just be like, oh, he gave it 2 stars, it's no good. Well, he gave it 2 stars, but said he stayed there, had no problems, and would stay there again. So that's an option. Williston, if we just keep driving and just are getting too late. So you can see we don't have a ton of options. One more thing I want to try, which is the iOverlander app. This one a lot of people use. I don't use it very often. I usually can find 2-3 options on Campendium, so honestly this is a little bit different, but let's see what iOverlander says. So the iOverlander app, I don't know if I got bad service here or what, but it's not loading. Campendium loaded fine, but freecampsites.net and iOverlander, which you can tell these are like kind of cheaper websites because they're just not run as fast. All right, so we're gonna skip iOverlander for now, and we are just gonna start driving. We have 2 options, and as I continue, or we continue down the road, I can obviously continue to look and see if there's something else. There's probably something in Minot. I know there's a Walmart. We haven't looked into if it's allowed overnight camping or not, but usually in these rural places like North Dakota, South Dakota, it's not a problem. So we're gonna get going, and we'll see you on the road.
Well, every time I see the sun, a rooster crows for days. And every time I see that gal, she always looks away. Hell, she always looks away.
Well, little travel update. We made it to Minot, and what was that, 4 hours?
4 hours, 200 miles. It was pretty slow. It is so windy.
Super windy.
We had to drop speed down to like 52 miles per hour, and it was still just like hazardous out there.
Yeah, we're still making pretty good time though, and we needed to get gas, so we're at the gas station. We're doing a quick little snack. We're normally we would cook like a hot lunch dinner, but
we're powering through.
Yeah, we gotta continue on. I think we have 3 hours left.
By Google Map, it's 3 hours.
Yeah, but we're moving along fast pace, so it's good. We're just gonna keep going to the one spot. I think it was Williston, maybe, or right across the border into Montana with that little free city park. So hopefully there's a spot there. If not, I did find some backups on freecampsites.net, like a casino.
Oh.
You know, which we've done before.
It's been a long time.
Not our most favorite, because you kind of got to go in and check in and things like that. But
got to put some nickels in the slots.
It ain't free. So that's about it. We're gonna get back on the road and keep moving.
Hold on, baby. Baby, just hold on.
We parked. We made it to our destination. What's this place called, Aaron?
Bruegger's Park, maybe?
Yeah, so we pulled in and we drove almost 400 miles. It was like 380 miles for the day. 7.5 hours, roughly. And my back was starting to hurt, but it feels good to be here. And this place is awesome. I think the reviews said that there was space for like 4 or 5 rigs. And right now, we're the second. And straight away, when I got here, when we pulled up, I jumped out because the guy thought we were waiting for a pump. There's a septic dump, which is super convenient. The guy was Russian. He thought we were in line, so I jumped out to tell him, don't rush, we're not in line. And then I met Paul. Paul lives across the street, super friendly guy. Chit-chatted with him for a good 10 minutes. Super friendly, feels safe. Couldn't be more better, because tomorrow when we leave, we're gonna dump our tanks. So that means we get to take extra long, abusive showers today or tomorrow morning, whichever one we feel like doing.
Both,
yeah. We'll take extra showers. And then tomorrow we're gonna do the same thing. We're gonna make one more long day of travel, and we are going to get to our final destination, which will be just outside of Glacier Park, because we want to settle in and spend a few days working before we actually go on an adventure. So after we spend a few travel days, we really just need to sit and catch up and get our bearings together before we go play more. So that's our plan, and we'll show you tomorrow how our travel day goes and what our final route planning is to get us all the way to that area in 3 days from leaving Minneapolis.
What a perfect little overnight spot. This was a gem.
It is a gem. Tucked away, nice, safe residential, lots of picnic tables, a dump.
An RV dump at an overnight spot. Wow.
And it was nice
crazy.
and flat here too.
Yeah, it was peaceful. There's a huge train tracks right by it, but didn't bother us. But we are very used to trains. For some reason, both of us grew up near the tracks.
Yeah, I didn't hear the trains at all.
No, it's actually comforting. We like the sound of the train.
So it's 8 a.m. We're now in mountain time, and we are ready to go. We're getting a jump start today compared to yesterday. So that will be nice so that we get in a little bit earlier, because it got a little late last night, later than our liking.
Yeah, a little bit, but it worked out
Perfect.
So the game plan today is to get back onto Campendium and to figure out where we're going to stay for the next 5 days outside of the park. Good cell signal, good relaxing, beautiful scenery, and a good area for us to work. And then we'll get all caught up, and then we'll take a day or two off and go visit the park.
Super stoked about that.
Yes.
I'm stoked about even just going to find our first spot to work for a few days. Cloud 9.
Absolutely.
Totally on Cloud 9.
So let's get back on the laptop and we'll check out and see what we got going on. All right, so we are going back. We're now in Montana. Covered the whole state of Dakota, North Dakota yesterday. That was great. So we'll pop on to the free, and we're up on Highway 2, which Chris learned something interesting about Highway 2 in Montana.
Oh, geez. I didn't know I was going to be grilled on it. Route 2 in Montana. It's one of the longest stretches of a highway across a state. Travels 667 miles across an entire time zone.
Pretty cool. So we're way over here in Williston. Actually, right here at Bruegger Centenial Park. Great area. And now that we're in Montana, there's a lot more stuff along the road. So here you can see a ton of these reservoir recreational areas. So what I was kind of looking at, if we go all the way over towards the park, here's Glacier. This is the entrance we're going to go up off of 89, I think. So without going into the park where your cell signal is going to be very difficult, and it's going to be packed in there. So we're going to go, I think this is actually, 100 miles before it, but you can see that there's this cool lake or reservoir or whatever it is, and there's a ton of free camping all around it. On one side, I noticed there was not a lot of cell signal, but on this side, closer to the road, is where somebody said they got a couple bars of Verizon and T-Mobile. So hopefully this is going to be a good one. I think this is what we're going to check out first. And like I said, I always read the reviews, and this person said very cool spot, lots of free sites, fire pits, picnic tables. But he said it could be very swampy and wet in the springtime. So looks like he needed a booster to get Verizon and T-Mobile better, which is great because I want to test out a few different options that we're doing with ours, between the MIMO antenna, the WeBoost antenna, and then the hotspot directly hooked up to the WeBoost antenna without the WeBoost boosting it. Make sense?
Oh my God.
So that's it. We are gonna also we gotta hit up a Walmart today, because since we were home, we kind of totally forgot about all the mousecapades that we had to deal with while boondocking. So now we need to go and get steel wool, to hopefully fill some cracks, and then also some type of mouse repellent. There's so much controversy about peppermint oil and cinnamon and like, I don't know, all these different things that people say that works. Some people say it doesn't work. I was reading some websites and they said that a lot of that stuff doesn't work. It's best just to kind of keep them out by filling the holes, cleaning, making sure there's no food around. Prevention, yeah. But who knows? So we're willing to try something and do some experimenting. So
yeah, we're not going to dog it till we try it.
That's right. And like I said, a lot of people reached out to us and said that they've used a lot of different things that work well. So the one thing I don't want to try is the lights. I don't think, because I don't really want to set up another power source that's all. I don't know. I mean, are twinkle lights going to keep mice away? People say it works, but
I would think they'd be attracted to lights. But what do I know?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to scare them. I mean, the one that we had inside here, we turned on the lights and the guy just sat there and stared at us. The very first one, yeah. I think.
Yeah.
We're in bed and he's way up here, and we almost caught him with a cup.
We tried really hard.
Yeah, he wasn't afraid of a little light. But anyways, we're going to get on the road and head towards Glacier.
Woohoo!
Hey, darling, can I tell you what's been on my mind? Sick and tired of the 9 to 5 in the city life. Hey, darling, we could get out of town, see the beautiful world around, wanna see it now. Pack our bags and get in that car, leave a little note and we'll drive real far. Let's get out, we can leave this city, let's drive to the open air. Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand that we only get one life?
Yeah, it's a long, exhausting travel days. We normally try to keep our travel days at like 150 to 250 miles. So these 400-mile days we're just not used to them. I mean, they're very doable.
Mm-hmm. Well, if you just do it like once or twice.
3 days in a row.
It adds up. But we're now here at, I don't even know where we're at, this beautiful little reservoir.
Where are we?
And
we're in Montana somewhere.
Oh, Montana is just beautiful. It's great. But we're struggling with the cell service, so we've been kind of bumming around here for the past half an hour trying to find like a cell signal. So that's good for like testing. I got the 3 antennas I want to test, but it's bad for everything else. So we'll see what happens.
I'm delirious.
Yeah.
Yeah. So today's Wednesday. So at least we'll be here Wednesday night, do some testing tomorrow. If we gotta go, we gotta go. But we'll see how it performs.
Yeah, we're for sure staying the night. It's absolutely beautiful here.
It's really nice here.
It's very private, very quiet. There's a lot of fifth wheels that are dropped out here that I think people are planning on coming out for the weekend. It's Labor Day weekend coming up, so.
It doesn't feel like a holiday.
Nope, it doesn't. We're in the middle of nowhere, but we are absolutely beat, so we're gonna have dinner, relax, and check back in tomorrow.
Good night.
Yeah, the countryside is so pretty, with the wind blowing in your hair. We can look back someday, baby, don't you understand?